Now we welcome Mr. Dan Perry. He's a former editor-in-chief of AP of Europe as West Asia and Africa region, joins us live from Tel Aviv. Thank you very much, Mr. Perry, for joining us again. Good to see you. Now, looking at this, the Kremlin argues that nuclear weapons remains the only effective guarantee against global war. How dangerous is that? And how does this position align or differ from the nuclear deterrence doctrines of other major powers? And how significant is this moment?
Every criminal wants a gun to prevent the police from arresting him. Every dictator will claim that nuclear weapons is a guarantor of the peace, but in fact it is a deterrent against punishing him or her and the country for the respective crimes. So of course it's a deterrent, but the idea of nuclear weapons as a defensive measure is fine if a country is peaceable. If a country happens to be the largest territory in the world that just killed hundreds of thousands of people in order to acquire a bit more territory, then it might have been better if that country did not have nuclear weapons, and might have been better deterred from taking this action. When a bad faith player like Russia has a nuclear weapon, it's an unfortunate thing, and we see that as well in North Korea, which is daily committing crimes against its own people, and there's nothing to be done because they have nuclear weapons. And this is the reason why the world is so determined to prevent Iran from having nuclear weapons. The idea, for example, extended to Iran would be absolutely preposterous, that it would be a guarantor of peace. It would be a guarantee that Iran would never be attacked again. And we see what Iran does in brutalizing its region with these proxy militias from Hezbollah to Hamas to the Houthis without a nuclear weapon. Imagine if they had a nuclear weapon, how much worse they would do, probably on the level of what Russia's doing. And, the European Union fears further territorial encroachment from Russia. And I suppose the Kremlin might think it most convenient that they have nuclear weapons and therefore can do as they please. The degree to which nuclear weapons actually enable any action at all depends on the willingness of the other side, let us call it, for argument's sake, the free world, to take a gamble that everyone's rational. During the Cold War, the Soviet Union, very problematic though it was, dictatorial, despotic, and dysfunctional though it was ultimately rational. So mutual assured destruction prevented them from trying to achieve further territorial aims, gains beyond what they got at Yalta and the post-World War II reality. Although they did take some gambles in suppressing things in an ugly fashion, like 1956 in Hungary, but more or less, they proved rational. Is Putin rational? I'm not so sure. Are the Iranians rational? North Koreans? History will tell.